So far, we have looked at the historical foundations of education from a rather international perspective. We shall begin to look at the same foundations, historical, but from a more national perspective of Pakistan since August 1947 when Pakistan came into being. With Pakistan's creation, a new nation was created, and hence there was a need to look at the existing educational facilities and what could be done to improve on that. In addition, it was necessary to look at the literacy rate of the country at the time and focus on means of improving that literacy rate. Under the dynamic leadership, foresight and vision of Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, soon after the creation of Pakistan, the first educational conference was held in Karachi in December 1947. This was a hallmark in Pakistan's educational career. With the vision of Quaid-e-Azam, who looked at the new nation and sought the help of educationists to improve the future of its people, realized that education had to be the target of the new nation. Hence, during this conference, a number of recommendations were made. Among them, we shall look at some of the foremost and chief recommendations. Pakistan came into being on the basis of two-nation theory, and the two-nation theory was linked to the Muslims and the Hindus of the then subcontinent. Pakistan was the Muslim majority, India became the more Hindu majority. Because Pakistan came into being on the premise of the two-nation theory, it was imperative that Pakistan's educational system be based on the precepts of Islamic education, Islamic ideology, and Islamic thought. This was one of the basic fundamental recommendations made by the Educational Conference of 1947. Pakistan's education be based on Islamic perspective, Islamic principles, Islamic teachings, and Islamic ideology. Another important target and recommendation that was set by the 1947 conference was the need to end illiteracy. When Pakistan came into being, needless to say, it did not have a 100% literacy rate. It did not even have a very high percentage of literate individuals. And so this was a very timely target to set, that literacy must be improved to reach 100% among the people of Pakistan. And the focus that this conference set for this achievement was primary education and adult education. The people at the conference realized the two extremes. There were young children that needed to go to school and needed to get a good education, but on the other hand, there were also adults in the new nation of Pakistan that had not received any formal education and should be educated in order to bring the literacy rate to 100%. Pakistan wanted to increase its literacy rate to that of the developed countries and the more progressive countries of the time. Today, even, we are still struggling with our literacy rate. But to think that in 1947 people set that target, they had the foresight, they had the vision to see that education and literacy was of prime importance for this young country, and to recommend that that be achieved was of great importance at the time. In addition, primary and religious education were both made compulsory. So all young children of school-going age had to go to school. Primary education, education up to grade 4 at that time, was meant to be compulsory. Together with this, religious education, because Pakistan came into being on the two-nation theory, Islamic ideology, Islamic teachings, the teachings of the Quran, the Hadith, the life of the Holy Prophet, and other religious caliphs and so on, was seen to be of prime importance for young Muslim children to learn the basics of what Islam was all about.